Hello everybody. Pastor wanted to come to you today about doing a little video here about our upcoming camp meeting, but before I do that and tell you I want to tell you what's on my heart. I feel this video will be a little bit different than my normal video that I would come to just to make an announcement, but I want to share something with you that the Lord has shared with me. And it's something that actually happened to me earlier this week. It was on a Monday morning, and I was in my recliner in my home. I remember looking at the clock. It was 10 minutes after 3 a.m. that I was sitting in my living room praying about needs of families and needs of the church, and of course our camp meeting that's coming up. And the Lord just spoke something to my heart that I want to share with you. First of all, I want you to know that we're not just having these 2 nights just to have meetings. These are meetings that God has placed in my heart as your pastor to have at this particular time, right before Thanksgiving and during this season. But I believe that God is going to do something very special this coming Thursday and Friday night in the lives of those that is looking for something or maybe needing something. And as I was praying over needs, the Lord just literally, I felt Him just walk up next to me in my living room. And as He walked up next to me, I could literally sense Him so real that as I was praying over needs in people's lives, we're just like any other church or any other people. We're a church filled with people that goes through stress of times and go through needs in their bodies and needs in their families, and just like any other church. And if they say they don't have that, then I don't think they're being honest, because we live in a time and in a world where more than anything else we need God. And I was praying. The Lord just literally came in with me, and this is what He said. He spoke to me and said, "Son, my presence and my voice makes all the difference." I think that there kind of gives us a picture of this sanctuary. His presence and His voice makes all the difference. And then I began to thinking about what that does, what that presence and what that voice actually does. In 2 Corinthians chapter number 3 and verse 17 and 18, the King James says it's this way. I would quote it, but I want to read it because I want to make sure I'm right. He said, "Now the Lord is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. But we all, every one of us that gather together in this house this coming Thursday and Friday night, have beheld as in a glass the glory of the Lord, and are changed into that same image from glory to glory by the Spirit of the Lord." And I have a New Living Translation Bible here, and I want to read what it says in the New Living Translation. It says, "For the Lord is the Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. So all of us who have had that veil removed can see and reflect the glory of the Lord. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like Him as we are changed into His glorious image." That right there is something that we are believing God for this coming Thursday and Friday night. I am believing that no matter what we may walk in here with, or what you may be walking here with, and if you go to church here, it seems like it's a regular occurrence. Every time we come to service, God just gloriously pours out His power, His Spirit. That's why I believe that we don't have to quote, get ready for camp meeting or get ready to have a great move of God, because I know we're ready. But His presence and His Spirit will make all the difference in our life as we gather together in here. No matter what we come in here with, they may be people here that need a life-changing experience, and we believe it's going to happen. People here that may come that doesn't know the Lord, and we believe it's going to happen. People sick in their body, and we believe it's the healing virtue of God is going to come and change them into the express image of Christ. I really prayed about this camp meeting. I didn't want to have a meeting just to have another meeting. We don't need that here. But we want a move of God that surpasses anything that we've already experienced, which, as you know, is a lot. But I believe that the people that the Lord wanted me to have for this camp meeting is Aaron and Amanda Crowd. And both of them is going to be preaching. One's going to preach one night, one's going to preach the other night. I have not yet made my mind up which night, who's going to be preaching on whatever night, but I am believing that God is going to do more than, us just coming in and having a great service. I believe that people are going to be changed from the inside out. I believe God's going to move in a great way. Our praise and worship ministry is going to be ready. I believe Aaron and Amanda is going to be ready. And I believe the presence of God is ready. I believe His presence and His Spirit will make all the difference in somebody's life. Now let me encourage you. The reason I'm just having it 2 nights on Thursday and Friday night is I know that times are busy. But I want to encourage you, if you know somebody that you know they need a touch of God on their life, invite them to come. We're going to start at 7 o'clock nightly. We're going to provide a nursery. We're doing everything that pastor can do to make it as convenient as possible for you to be here. And so I want to ask you to make sure you come. Bring your whole family. I know that there's a difference in the Sunday morning crowd and the Sunday night crowd. I'm asking the Sunday morning crowd to come. I want you to come, because I believe when the Lord's Spirit just walked up beside Pastor Monday morning, I felt like that there's something very unique going to take place here. And it might be in your life, or it might be in somebody's life that doesn't even go to church here. But I believe God is going to move in a great and mighty way. So Pastor wanted to come to you today and just remind you of camp meeting Thursday and Friday night at 7 o'clock. Come expecting a great time in the Lord, because I really believe that His express glory is going to fall in a great and mighty way. God bless you. We love you. Can't wait till tomorrow night, Thursday night. We believe God's going to move mightily. See you then.